Jaco, you have a love for America. I wish people born here had the same passionate love for this nation that you experience and you evidence and you encourage others with. But it's not your country of origin. How do you feel having immigrated here and then watched this nation and its ideals being sold out from underneath us?
Kevin, other than my salvation, my marriage, and my kids, the greatest honor, I don't know that anything else would top it, is standing in front of a judge hearing, "Welcome, new citizen of the United States of America." What a moment. And to get there, I had to understand the branches of government. I had to pass exams, written and verbal. I had to know the history of this country. I had to sworn an allegiance to bear arms to defend it against enemies, foreign and domestic, right? Now I'm watching people flooding into the country and they're not even asked to consider to become American. There's no assimilation. There's no prerequisite, nor will they. If you look at Canada, there's no true Canadian culture. It's French Canadian, Italian Canadian, South African. This is the United States of America. Here we have a set of values. It's one nation under God. Our Constitution is written from the Word of God. With blood, freedom was won, and it has to be preserved. I hope it's righteous anger, because I talk to the Lord a lot about it, but it really pains me, Kevin. Like for instance, I can't even look when someone has the U.S. flag touch the ground, never mind set it on fire. When law enforcement spat on, when the country is treated like it's a stepchild, it's something to be preserved because it is the last flickering light of hope on earth.
Well, it's all about individual liberty.
Correct.
It is not about collectivism. It is not about being from a certain group or whatever. It was designed with property rights and individual liberty and dignity and all of those things. When you see trafficking, which is selling of God's children, it's the exact opposite of individual liberty. It is saying that the group is more powerful than the individual, and certain groups are more powerful than other groups.
Which is why we're a republic and not a democracy. And you should see how easily some of your politicians on the left throw the word democracy, because it's actually what they want, where the majority rules, where the individual has no rights. The individual cannot say, "For me and my house, I will serve the Lord. For me and my house, I will fortify my children. I will decide where they go to school, what they learn and what they don't. I will decide who has inroads in their life, who speaks into their life." They don't want that. They want collectivism. They want groupthink. As a matter of fact, I believe they'd like for you to stop thinking. We'll think for you.
That's what mob rule is.
Correct.
Where people stop thinking.
Correct.
And they take offense very easily, and that's something that you're teaching us in the Bible study is to guard against personal offense. They take offense very easily, and then they take action based on that violates any level of morality or dignity. That's when mobs burn down villages and mobs harm individuals. That's the frightening thing that we see in America is that there are people weaponizing a mob and mob rule to destroy individual liberty, which is literally an attack on God.
Yeah, and look, let no disaster go to waste, right? And if no disaster, create one.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just, infuse chaos. And again, I said earlier, the definition of human trafficking, right, which I had a small little hand in writing, is actually the exploitation of persons through the mechanism of force, fraud, and coercion. Well, hello. All that is prevalent in every aspect of life in America today. What you should eat, what vaccine you should or should not take, how you should speak, how you should address somebody, what you may think or may not think, where you can or cannot go to higher education. They want to shape that culture. We are way further, in my opinion, Kevin, we're way further down the line into a Marxist socialist society than we actually are willing to admit.